Hello and welcome back to another video from me, FPL Crusader. Call me Luke if you wish. Today we are looking at the summer transfer window. Now this summer's window isn't just about splashy signings for the sake of headlines. It's about smart tactical fits. Players like Zubimendi, Kudus, Frimpong, they won't just make their teams better, but they'll shake up how we pick our FPL squads. So in this video, I'll be breaking it down club by club for the most part, just impact, realistic lineups, and some FPL angles that could help us move forward when the game opens and we can start choosing our teams. Now, the first one we need to talk about is Martin Zubimendi, $65 million. He is a major ball winner, 85% pass accuracy. The question is for Arsenal, how much is their team going to change? Because if they keep the same team, Arteta once again will finish brilliantly in second or third. Zubimendi needs to be the person who anchors that midfield. And as you can see with the team lineup, he should fit right in front of the defensive line. Rice and Odegaard should have that freedom to move up the pitch and start attacking with Saka and whoever's up next to Saka in that front line. It will probably be Gyökeres, and I think they need to bring in another right winger too. Martinelli's had a few seasons in a lot of games to cement it as his position. Hasn't quite got across the line yet, so I expect someone else to come in that position. As he is the anchor, we're not expecting a lot of FPL returns from him. Maybe the odd one or two, but if he's under 5.5 million and Arsenal go on a good run, he could be someone we look at. Looking at his heat map down the bottom there, he's basically a box to box. He doesn't crash the box at all. Now and then he's there, but I think that's just for corners. He's really going to enable those in front of him. That being said, Arsenal's first 6 games are shocking. They've got United at Old Trafford in the first game, and United will have new signings and they'll be looking to start the season on a positive note. You'd expect Arsenal to beat Leeds. They will tank it against Liverpool. We'll see how Forest lines up given their losses throughout the off-season, and then finishing the last 6 finishes with City and Newcastle, which will both be very difficult for Arsenal. So it's up to you whether you go for one of their defenders as a safe pick. I personally won't be, and I'll probably look at them after that game week 6. After game week 6. Next on the hit list is Bournemouth. They've lost Gyökeres. He's gone to Liverpool. They've brought in Truffert, 15 million from Stade Rennais. He's an overlap runner, similar to Gyökeres. He is an amazing crosser. The accuracy of his crosses will really stand out. So he could be a little budget enabler. He will be Gyökeres light. He's French. He's in his mid-20s, so I think he should be pretty good. Based on Bournemouth, though, they've still got Areola, so I think they should be all right. They need to bump up their defensive line. Obviously, they've got Truffert. They also need someone more in the middle as well. Senesi, Zabani could be going elsewhere. They've brought in Petrovic. So it's not too bad. If this bloke's under 5 million or 5 million or under as a wingback, I would probably bring him in myself. Maybe not at the start because they start off with Liverpool. Then they've got a tasty one at Wolves. They can do some damage against Tottenham, Brighton, Newcastle, and Leeds. So it's a bit of a 50-50 start for me. The likes of Kluivert can also go in your team as well. But looking at his heat map, he really bombs forward on that left. So looking for those crosses, Evan Nielsen, Kluivert should benefit well from him. So if you like me and you like the double up or the triple up of players who are going to play well, this could very well be someone to keep in the back of your mind. Adrian Truffert for Bournemouth. Next up is Burnley, and boy, have they been extremely busy. They got Kyle Walker for 5 million from City. That just smells of trying to get under the old PSR or PPSR, whatever it was called. They've got Hartman from 11 and the wildcard, Chuana, from 11 as well. So if we look at how they're going to line up, Hartman likes to get some assists. I think now that he's lost his wheels, he's still faster than most people, but he's not as fast as he used to be. Kyle Walker will be that leader, but Chuana, or Loom, as I'll call him because I can't pronounce his name, he is the wild card. He doesn't have a lot of returns, but he has that X factor. If we look at Burnley's start, they've got Spurs and then Sunderland, which they could do very well at home. Then they've got United, Liverpool, Forest and City. So a tough 4 after that. So if you're really going for them, you're probably just going for the first 2 games. Hartman loves to get up the pitch, as you can see. Similar to Truffert earlier, he bombs up on the left there. So expect that to be him to be crossing in for those attacking players. My concern here is this. This is Parker Ball. I'm a recent survivor from Parker Ball. He coached Fulham and he tore us down to the Championship pretty much straight away. I think we finished last. You could probably count on the one hand how many decent goals we scored. So Burnley got up here on the back of their defence. They've got two more wide defenders who are really attackers coming in. So maybe their defence won't be as strong this season. They need to find goals. So it's a tough start to the season. I would expect them to be around the bottom for the first 6 to 8 game weeks, and then we might see their fixtures turn, and hopefully for them, their new players can start shining. Everton, Carlos Alcaraz, $13 million man. He's an attacking midfielder. If he's under 5.5 million, I would recommend him as your enabler in the midfield for pretty much every team moving forward. Now, they're not Sean Dyche anymore, so they are definitely able to score more. They've got Leeds in the first game week, then they've got Brighton, Wolves, and Villa. All teams that are in flux, and they're all changing as well. Liverpool and West Ham after that aren't that flash, but if we're looking at Alcaraz, he worked well with Beto in the last half of last year. It also takes pressure off Iliman and Dyer and McNeil, who don't have to do as much of their creativity work. He's very good. He's a very good attacking midfielder. If he's under that 5.5 million, I'd almost hazard a guess that I'll probably just slam him in as soon as possible and not even move. Because I can just stick him on the bench or keep playing him. Obviously, it depends on how your team is set up. If you're going for the threemiums, as people are saying it now with Palmer, Salah, and Haaland, and then if you want Bowen as well, it's very difficult. But expect Everton to shock a few people this season. They've got a new stadium. I think there'll be a very good season for Everton. Crosstown rivals have been very, very busy in the transfer market. Wirtz, 125 million. Kirkes, 40 million. Frimpong, 40 million. Attack, attack, attack. That's all they care about. It's all Slot wants to do. The defending champions are on paper probably going to defend again. Their first 6 games are Bournemouth at home. They should smash that. Given recent events, they will start the season very strong. Then they've got Newcastle away and Arsenal at home. After that, Burnley, Everton, Crystal Palace. It's almost a guaranteed triple up for me. The wide defenders is where I'm looking. Kirkes, Frimpong. Now, the only concern for Frimpong is whether or not he'll get that start straight away. I expect Kirkes to start straight away. I expect Wirtz to start straight away. He will be the centre attacking midfielder behind Gakpo or maybe Ekitike. I'm not really sure. Who's going to play on the right, though? Szoboszlai can, but he's not quite fast enough. So there was the idea that Wirtz would go out on the right, but I think he's just so good in behind that striker, dishing out those assists and playing in the midfield. I think it's better off for them to keep him there, but it depends what Slot wants to do. He's just come off a win for last season, so he can do what he wants. But Liverpool, again, will be one of the favourites, if not the favourite. They could even do a treble this season. I'm probably looking at Salah, obviously, and then definitely Kirkes, and then maybe one more, depending on the price of Florian Wirtz. We'll see how that goes. The next title contenders, Manchester City. They didn't do that good in the Club World Cup. They're probably disappointed with their performance, especially now that Chelsea won. But they've been relatively busy in the transfer market. Ryan Cherky came over for 45 million, Renders for 50, and Ryan Aït-Nouri for 40 million. Once again, attack, attack, attack. City need defense. Those who think Reinders will be a defender, he could be a defender, but he's also got some attacking nous as well. Last season in all competitions, Cherky got 23 goals and assists. Reinders got 15 goals in all competitions last season, so he is chipping in on both ends. He's also holding up in midfield as well. If Rodri stays fit, expect City to have an amazing season. Ryan Aït-Nouri was one of the top attacking defenders last season, 12 goals and assists in all comps. Their first 6 look pretty tasty. They got Wolves, Spurs. We know they struggle with Spurs, but I think they'll do pretty good this season against Spurs. Hopefully Pep's learned, right? They got Brighton, Manchester United, Arsenal, and then Burnley. So it's almost a guaranteed triple up for me. My team's pretty much picking itself. We've got Haaland up front. Bernardo Silva is the captain, so I'd expect him to start on the right, which pushes Marmoush to the left. Foden will be back on the bench, that little one-season wonder. I don't think he's going to get the starting lineup over Cherky. And then Rodri and Renders in the middle. Interesting to see how their defense plays. I think they need to bulk up their defense, their wide or their central defense. I'd like to see Vardio on either left or the right defender and have a big, strong, solid defender to accompany Ruben Dias. It would be very interesting if Pep does that. We'll see how they can go in the transfer window. They could have 115 sanctions and they can't do anything, but we'll see how it goes. Ryan Aitnori should start most games. If he does, and he's under 6 million or under 6.5 million, I think he'll be very popular. Vardiol will be about 6 million, so will Dias. So we'll see how it goes in terms of their prices, but I think Ryan Aitnori could be very, very good for us moving forward. Newcastle. Today is the 18th of July, and I do believe that Alexander Isak will probably stay at Newcastle now that Ekitike it looks like he's going to Liverpool. I'm only talking about confirmed transfers in these graphics. I'm not talking about rumours. The Ekitike one was a rumour. The confirmed transfer for Newcastle is Elanga, 60 million from Forest. He is so fast. He can help them very much on the break. And if he's under 7 million, I'll almost be guaranteed to put him in after the first 6 game weeks. Their first 6 is absolutely shocking. Away to Villa, home to Liverpool, Leeds, they should be good. Wolves, they should be okay. Away to Bournemouth, they'll struggle. And then home to Arsenal, that's a 50-50. It's really difficult to say who's going to win that game. But their front three looks good. Gordon, Isaac, and potentially Elanga. Don't forget you also got Murphy there as well. And Harvey Barnes as well. So they got a lot of competition for that side. I think Elanga, though, $60 million, you'd expect him to start. Gordon, Isaac, and Elanga. Who would you go for them? You go for the cheaper one out of Gordon and Elanga. Gordon's probably going to produce more, but if he's around the 8 million like we expect him to be, then I'll probably go for Elanga. As I said, under 7, I think he should be good. Joe Ellington, Tonali, and Bruno in the midfield. That's a pretty class midfield. So I think this attacking trio could do very well together. Get in on it, as I said, probably after the first 6 for me. Spurs. All right, so they've spent $60 million on Mohamed Kudus. He is one of these players that can beat anyone one-on-one. If he's under 7.5 million, considering Spurs' first 6, I think he'll be very popular. They've got Burnley first up. They should smash them. Away to City, they can play with them as much as they can. They got Bournemouth, West Ham, Brighton, and Wolves. A lot of people are saying potentially Solanke. I just don't think you can trust Solanke long term. That's all. He's a bit hit and miss for me, as is the man in the middle, Madison. But there could be other transfers coming in to take over his position. Kulusevski's very consistent. He doesn't score a lot, but he's very good for the team. So I think the attacking prowess for this team looks pretty good. And if they keep their defense, they could have a good run this season. Obviously, they are secondary champions of Europe in the second European competition. So well done to them. And I think Kudus he deserved to play for a team a bit better than West Ham, or performing a bit better than West Ham, I should say. No offense to the West Ham fans. Same with Jared Bowen, but Kudus has made the leap. $60 million. He's still young. I think he can do a lot of damage there at Spurs. And this one surprised me. Sunderland, they've been very busy in the transfer market. For $18 million, they got Simon Adingra from Brighton. He's got speed, he's got dribble, and if he's under 5 million, under 5.5, for me, it's a toss-up between him and Alcaraz. I think he could do pretty good, to be honest. I mean, I can't see why he wouldn't, put it that way. I can't see why he wouldn't do very, very well. They've got West Ham, Burnley, not bad start. They've got Brentford, Crystal Palace, Villa, and Forest. So if they are in the bottom 3 after this first 6, you'd have to say it's a bit of a disappointment for them. They've brought in the likes of Diarra, Lafie, and a couple of other players as well. They probably need another striker, to be honest, but Adingra for $18, that's good business. I wanted someone from Brighton to come to Fulham, my Fulham team. We haven't done anything in the transfer market apart from giving a few people new contracts, but this is a great coup for Adingra, for Sunderland. Bringing in Adingra, I think he's going to be a fan favourite, much like Matoma is at Brighton. And the reason why he didn't get as much game time is he plays the same position as Matoma, so not that flash for him staying there. So I can see why he moved. But good luck to you, lad. Hopefully you do well. Those are the transfers that I focused on. There'll be another video coming out in a couple of weeks once we get some confirmed transfers for other teams, a la United. I've already done Acuna short. You can have a look at that. But we'll focus on other big transfers coming up soon. So that's all the ones we've got for now. But what I'm doing is this is my watch list, or my rankings, I should say. So the players I'm considering for game week 1 are that Cunha to United. I've got Wirtz and Kirkes at Liverpool. I've got Alcaraz, I've got Adingra, and I've got Kudus, because I think they've all got good fixtures. If they get the minutes, they could all be very well. My watch list for now is a couple of Manchester City blokes, Nuri and Shirky, and also Reinders. Once I figured out he got 15 goals, I had to put him on there. I just don't know who's going to start and where they're going to start. So that's why I'm a bit apprehensive there. Same with Elanga, because I'm not entirely sure if he's going to start straight away or if they're going to work him into the team. For $60 million, you'd have to expect they would put him in the team. And also, if he's moving as a starting player from Forest to Newcastle, which is only one or two positions up the table, you wouldn't go there to be on the bench. I don't think anyone would. Those for me who I would avoid will be Delap, and you can probably throw Jarpejo in there as well, because we don't know how they're going to set up. And also, they could be very tired. It could be a tough start to the season for Chelsea because they've played a lot of football right now. Frimpong is one of the ones I would avoid as well, because he will be competing for position with Bradley. Mathis Tell, you can see when I did the Spurs lineup, he wasn't there. And Truffert as well, because fixtures and also the team is, well, who knows how Bournemouth's going to go. They had a great season last year, but they've lost key players this season. They could lose a few key more players in attacking positions as well. So we don't know how the team's going to look. So I'd avoid him for now, and then we'll come back to him a little bit later. That's all from me. Thank you very much. My name is Luke, FPL Crusader. Don't forget to follow me on all the socials and share this if you enjoyed it. As I said, thanks very much and have a good week.